Oh. Alright, let's do this. So, literally, all I did was I just went and in the options and changed a bunch of stuff. Hopefully, like, all of the audio and graphics and stuff look okay. But yeah, I want to get this full experience my first time. So let's get into it. Oh, okay. Okay, so the campaigns in AoE3 are not based on. Well, okay, so the first two, like this is the original campaigns. This was the War Chiefs expansion. This was the Asian Dynasty, obviously. So the first two aren't really based in history. The first one, like, not at all. The second one, like, a little bit. And the Asian Dynasties is kinda. But we're gonna go in order like this. Okay, we're going hard all the way. We know that. So, let's begin. Again, the audio might be a little bit off on this first one, but I'll look back and see if anything needs to be changed. In the late 16th century, the Knights of St. John defended their last stronghold on the Mediterranean island of Malta from an Ottoman invasion.
The story of why my family first came to the New World begins with the attack on Malta,
Blood.
the last stronghold of a dying order of Crusader Knights. This much is fact. My ancestor Morgan Black was with the Knights of St. John when they defended the island from Sahin and the Ottomans. The rest, well, like most family stories, it's hard to separate the truth from the legend.
Morgan, the Ottomans have landed. 1,000 Janissaries led by Sahin the Falcon.
Alain Magnan still commands the Knights, and he says we must hold them at the beach. We'll make our stand here.
I think that's the same exact voice
Crusades
acting.
are dead! Your knighthood is all that remains, a relic!
I'm not ready to die just yet, Falcon, and I don't intend to see our knighthood broken.
It
You
is
tell him,
already
man.
broken, Morgan. Will you break with it?
I will break you. Yeah, I think it's the exact same voice acting. So unlike AoE2 DE, no new voice acting. Which, considering the old AoE2 voice acting was probably better, I'm not really complaining. Breakout.
Move the crossbow to the forward walls to attack the Janissaries. Defend the fort at all costs.
Do it. So hopefully this, like, looks okay. I actually did turn down the graphics just a little bit because I was just a little bit paranoid. About, like, the graphics not being, or the, you know, frame rate not being good enough. Anyway, in case people are wondering, what's my experience with AoE3? So, I am no AoE3 Mega Pro. In fact, I'm not that great. But I do have some experience in the game. I know, like, what all the civilizations do. I know what the units basically do. And I actually have been playing a fair amount of... I say a fair amount, I played like 5 games. Of multiplayer in the beta with people like T West and Lidacor. Zoom! Also, in case you're wondering what my experience is with the campaigns, why I have so many villagers on wood. I played the campaigns when I was a kid, naturally. And I actually played them, like, a little over a year ago, I think. Achievement unlocked, you can't see it. Achievable, unlockable. So, it's not like I've never played the campaigns before, and in fact I've played them somewhat recently. So it'll be interesting to see what I remember, and two, how we can sort of compare and contrast. Anyway, I hope you can get Borgen back. So in AoE3, when you always have like heroes and stuff, so when they die, they kind of just fall to the ground. The same with Age of Mythology. So he'll be right back on his feet once he gets a little more HP. I don't know exactly how much a percentage of his HP we need, but something like that. Is there no one? Oh, no one's guarding these treasures.
Collecting as many of these treasures as we can will give us more resources.
I guess they're mostly sending Janissaries at us.
Use the pikemen to attack the Ottoman cavalry.
As I say that. Some Spahis. Giving their Cav archers extra HP. Oh wait, wrong game. If none of the treasures have guardians, which doesn't look like they do, let's just go and take them. So, Age of Empires 3 is obviously quite different than Age of Empires 2. And obviously I like AoE 2 a lot more. But that doesn't mean I hate AoE 3 by any means. I still do think it's a pretty fun game in its own right, it just doesn't really feel like Age of Empires. Anyway, let's try being a little less bad. Anyway, I'll try and explain the AoE 3 mechanics as best I can, like especially in how they differ from AoE 2. Did I get all the treasures? Nice. We're always doing all the objectives. But in case you guys have any questions about like how the game works that I didn't directly address, feel free to leave a comment asking, and I'm sure myself or someone else will get around to it eventually at some point. Now, I think the AoE 3 campaigns, they're pretty fun. Don't get me wrong, but I don't like how they're not really grounded in history. Wait, wait, they're British? Guard Spahi, Ottomans, British. The hell? Alright. Whatever.
My lord, the Turks are moving in the great bombards. How can we defeat them with pike and shot?
We can't. We need cavalry. We need to signal Commander Elaine and the rest of the knights. Get some settlers to the top of the hill to the west and light the signal fire.
Okay, yeah, so we need to gather some wood over here, as I remember. Wait, we're not British for the Knights of St. John. Which, in case you're wondering, isn't really, it's not a real thing. AoE 3, unlike AoE 2 and AoE 1, it's a fictional campaign. Like, it's kinda-ish, sorta, maybe a little bit grounded in reality, but not too much. I mean, obviously the Ottomans were a real thing. Oh yeah, I'm probably gonna need to send these guys over to defend. So in AoE 3, Crossbowmen are actually trash units, and they're kind of like, they kind of act like hand cannoneers, I guess.
If they die, we die.
So in AoE 3, it's a lot more complicated. You see like all these freaking stats over here, man. That is a lot. What is? Oh, rate of fire. I'm learning this too. So it's like infantry, general. Okay, so like heavy infantry beats cavalry, and it's like decent, like just go-to units. Light, but they die to light infantry. And artillery. The light infantry. So heavy infantry is like musketeers or these pikemen, I think.
The signal fire is burning.
Great for you, man. Well, man. So yeah, heavy infantry stuff like musketeers and I think pikemen.
Bombards. I hope Elaine is on his way.
And yeah, good against cavalry, good general purpose units, bad against light infantry and artillery. Light infantry, like these crossbowmen, are good against heavy infantry, but that's about it. I guess I think they're also okay versus light cavalry. Okay, so like,
Signal fire late. And why am I here, Morgan?
hey
I
Elaine,
ordered you to defend the fort.
he's totally gonna betray us, by the way.
The Falcon is advancing with great bombards.
Well, the fort can't stand up to my heavy cavalry. Lead on, Morgan, and destroy those cannon.
Yes, my lord.
We'll see how British longbows fare against French cannon. Okay, so we have a bunch of Imperial Hussars here. So yeah, so good segue. In AoE3, you have Hussars, which are actually, I think, like heavy cavalry, or at least the equivalent of that. And they're good against light infantry, and, you know, like, they're good for raiding and stuff. But they're pretty expensive, and they die to heavy infantry. Oh yeah, and they're also good, obviously they're good against artillery, but they're bad against light cavalry and heavy infantry.
We have defeated the Falcon.
And you have light cavalry, which is good against heavy cavalry and artillery. It's really complicated. I'm victorious! This is Malta, Morgan's home city. Later in the campaign, you will be able to improve your home city between scenarios, which will give you more power and options to win later scenarios. As you play AoE3, you'll typically visit your home city after every game. Coolio. Now, this video is not very long at all. How should we do this? I should have thought this through. So, I'm not going to, like, completely replace my AoE2 content with AoE3 content, because, no. But I also don't want this to go on for, like, a year while we get through all the campaigns. So maybe I'll do a couple campaign scenarios per video. I think that sounds good. I'll do two campaign levels per video. Just decided that right now. So let's do the second one. As Sahin is driven from Malta, Morgan and his men regroup and prepare to push the surviving Ottomans from their camps.
We do not have to fight, Frank. Do you never question foolish orders?
Nope.
Why do you call me that? I'm Scottish.
All you Europeans are Frank to me. Continue
The Ottomans
to
aren't
undermine me,
Europeans?
Morgan, and you and your pathetic knighthood will be irrelevant in the modern world.
And he walks away like a pimp.
Well done, Morgan. The Turks are holed up in the caves to the east. If we attack now, we can drive them from Malta.
Nothing would please me more, my lord.
Yeah.
You men, with me, bring that bombard.
Now, in AoE3, I obviously don't have the breadth of knowledge that I do for AoE2, such as it is. So I actually play mostly Ottomans. Like, I've played all the civs a decent amount over the millennia, but Ottomans are definitely my go-to.
Sir, we are under attack from the east. We can't hold out much longer.
Maybe we should get going. Oh yeah, so the Great Bombard here is one of the Ottoman unique units. I didn't change that hotkey. Okay, I'm sorry, but this is... if I don't even have the correct villager hotkey, I'm gonna go crazy. Town center hotkeys... villager... Sorry, I thought I did all of this. Okay, much better. So our primary objective, which is cut off a little bit, that's a little weird. Whoa, did you see that guy spaz out?
Good work.
Good job! Priest.
The Ottomans are protecting weapons and supplies.
I think they just heal stuff.
We must push
Yeah.
them out of there.
Okay. Wait, one experience? One experience? Okay, so in AoE3, like, everything is super streamlined in AoE3, so some of the thing, like, the game is, in one hand, super complicated, like this absolute mess. But stuff like villagers don't have drop-off sites. You just have eco upgrades at the market. This is going to be so much overkill. We're going to use a Great Bombard to kill a wolf. Okay, maybe not. So heroes, your explorers, and whatnot are the ones that pick up treasures, which are like just little boosts. Oh yeah, we have a dock. Like I said, hopefully the graphics settings are okay, and audio settings. If they need to be adjusted for the next video, I will search. Oh wait, whoa! I already have these. Let's get a stable. They're gonna mostly have Janissaries, so let's go for mostly Crossbowmen, I think. Go for a little fish boom. Oh yeah, build an artillery foundry and train at least 10 hoop throwers. I don't have any wood. Well, we're brave, so let's just send everyone out.
Release those prisoners.
Boom! I don't know, I always felt like AoE3 felt clunky to play. Like, the micro isn't as fluid. Maybe that's just me. Oh, we can make Lancers. That's a Spanish unit. So, like, we're playing... The Civ we're playing, quote-unquote, is the Knights of St. John, which, like I said, aren't a real thing. And you can only play the Civ in campaigns. Or in this campaign in particular. But I believe the Civ is pretty much just Spanish. It's, like, mostly Spanish. Like, we have Rodoleros at the barracks, which is a Spanish unit, and same with Lancers, that's also a Spanish unit. Like, so many, like, multipliers. Like, half damage against artillery. Oh, wait, no. 0.4 times against artillery, 0.5 against cavalry, 1.5 against ships, and what's that one? I think light infantry? Shock infantry, it's called. I don't know. Oh, I have, like, no gold. Anyway, the Lancers should be pretty decent against the Janissaries. Anyway, it seems like we're doing alright. Swiss pikemen. In AoE3 you have mercenaries. Which are like better versions of regular units. So Swiss pikemen are just pikemen, but they have way better stats. And they also, I think, only cost gold. Yeah.
Destroy any weapons caches you find.
Let's see. Are the Ottomans British or are the Ottomans? Okay, the Ottomans are Ottomans. That's good to see. Anyway, let's scout a little bit. Let's just take one of my fishing ships. Or fishing boats. I'm still gonna call them fishing ships. How much do these guys cost? Does it not say? Oh, here it is. Okay, so it's 150.
Yes. Come on. Yes.
Oh. Find a shipwreck and gather any supplies near it.
Come on,
Well, here's the shipwreck. I think we need to build a caravel to transport units. Yeah, good for fishing, exploring, and transport.
I mean so.
Whoa, whoa, wait, what the heck are these guys doing? Also, hoop throwers aren't actual units. I think they're only in this campaign.
Yes.
Also, another like minor complaint about the AoE3 campaigns. It's pretty much every scenario is just you against one enemy. You're blue, they're red, and I feel like there really isn't, like, you know, as much diversity, I guess.
We found more prisoners.
Let's go get these treasures. Because is that one of the objectives? No, that's not one of the objectives. Oh yeah, need to get a caravel. I mean, we have this amazing cannon. This huge-ass cannon. And the Ottomans only have feudal age units. Or colonial age, I think. I'm gonna end up calling stuff by their AoE terms like this entire time, and you're gonna have to deal with it. Because that's how my brain is hardwired at this point. Okay, I probably don't need that many villagers. Wait, what? Oh, I'm housed. Still getting used to things. Anyway, I don't remember the AoE3 campaigns being especially hard, but I'm sure I'll find a way to lose them. Yeah, see, like, these Lancers have ×3 damage against infantry. They're like cataphracts. Also, in AoE3, units... the, like, armor and stuff is calculated not by just a raw number, like in AoE2, rather like a percentage. And you can only have one. Like, you can't have, like, a knight in AoE2, which is both resistant to melee attacks and ranged attacks. You can only have, like, these hoop throwers are... resist 20% of melee damage, but none of ranged damage. And the crossbowmen, it's 20% of ranged damage, but no melee damage. You get the idea. Okay, we're still gathering over there. Oh wait, do they have a navy? This will make some more caravels. It's over here. Oh, they have some units and stuff over here. Grenade attack. I guess it does siege damage? Oh yeah, you can also have, like, siege resistance, I would think. But not much stuff has that. Which I guess is good, right? Oh yeah, I could get that treasure, but that's kind of a long way for Morgan to go. Alright, let's raid their fishing eco. This is all likely gross overkill, by the way. Let's get more cataphracts. They're not cataphracts, they're lancers, but, you know. See how the water combat looks? It's really slow. Like, look how slow this is! Like, that is some insane frame delay. Makes Gebettos look like, Kipchaks, if you know what I mean. Oh, here's our cannon. Anyway, I think we can go into the caves. Oh, they actually have a decent navy.
Yes, Commander. Yes, Richt.
Come on. Yes, I will.
Come on, Evo.
Yay!
We have to destroy all these weapon caches.
Tank him, Elaine. He's got 40% range resistance. Besides, he's gonna totally stab us in the back later. Wait, why does he have the British flag?
Attack the weapon caches with anything to blow
Wait,
them up.
we all have the British flag. We're not British. Well, actually, we specifically Morgan and Elaine are British, but you know, we're the Knights of St. John. Somehow those explosions don't damage us, but you know, video game logic. Voy a hacerlo. Oh yeah, that reminded me. I don't know what the difference is between Guardian attack and hand attack. I guess the Guardian attack doesn't have... Is that just damage against Treasure Guardians? I don't know why you need a separate whole thingy for it. Like, you can only make Lancers in Castle Age, or Fortress Age. You're not really facing Treasure Guardians at that point. Whatever. What the hell do I know? Immenso. Destroy these weapon caches. Boom. Also, weirdly, it only lists our score.
Once the Ottoman weapons caches are destroyed, they will be forced to leave Malta.
Yeah, that's great. Why doesn't it show the Ottoman score? It makes the campaigns feel more lonely, right? You know, I think this is like a cave that leads to some Circle of Ossus stuff.
Yes.
Okay, I think that's it. What's over here? A mosque and some
Sir,
coins.
one of the explosions has revealed another passage.
Oh no!
Excellent work, men.
Do-do-do-do! Yep. The Library of Stone.
Elaine, look. The
Here's
last
some
explosion
stone.
Opened a tunnel. So this is what the Ottomans really wanted on Malta.
A library carved
Why would
in
you make that
stone.
assumption? It was literally hidden behind some weapon caches.
This writing was left by the Circle of Ossus.
Who are they?
They are
Fictional,
secret
that's what they
society.
are.
Some say they're the most powerful.
They're
men
the
in
main
the world.
bad guys in
Others
this.
say they're nothing more than scientists and alchemists. They seek a means for eternal life.
But that doesn't exist.
The writing refers to the Lake of the Moon, a place known only to the Aztecs.
Why would it only be known to the Aztecs? In this game, it's located in Florida, where the Aztecs are distinctly not located. Wouldn't it be known only to the Seminoles?
Defeat them and find this lake. The future of the knighthood depends on your success. You sail with the tide. We'll send you resources and men once you arrive.
Who's even bankrolling these people? Okay, so I think this will be it for the first video in our AoE3 campaign saga. Hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely welcome any AoE3 people to this train wreck, and bear with me. For any newbiness, like I said, hopefully the audio and video stuff is going to be good, but I'll, if there is a problem, I'll fix it for the next video. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.